Hello and welcome. You're watching WION World as One. My name is Mohammed Saleh, and let's start this broadcast by taking a quick look at what is making headlines at this hour. The United States has seized a Russian-flagged oil tanker in an operation in North Atlantic and has seized another Venezuela-linked vessel in the Caribbean as part of a blockade of Venezuelan oil exports. Moscow demands that the United States should allow for the swift return of the seized tanker's Russian crew. The American Secretary of State Marco Rubio says that the meeting with Denmark, which requested talks after President Donald Trump's threats to Greenland, has been scheduled next week. A large crowd cheers in the streets of Abadan, a city in Iran's southwestern Elam province. This as protests enter the 11th day, with the death toll now reportedly having gone up to 38. The Syrian government demands the Kurdish fighters to leave the Aleppo neighborhoods. This as the army begins shelling them after its deadline for civilians to leave expired. And India's GDP is expected to grow at a pretty healthy rate of 7.4% in the current financial year, up from 6.5% in the previous year. Now, these growth numbers are very significant as they reflect an increased growth in the fiscal year in which the Americans have slapped 50% tariffs on India, including a 25% penalty for purchasing Russian oil. And Brazil's far-right former president Jair Bolsonaro is taken to a hospital after hitting his head in a fall in prison, where he's serving 27 years for leading a failed coup d'etat. And electricity has been restored to southwestern Berlin after a suspected arson attack on a power station by leftist activists caused a blackout for tens of thousands of households on the 3rd of January. This, of course, was the longest outage in the German capital since the end of the Second World War.